It's Motherfunkler time.
Woo!
It's early morning Motherfunkler time.
So early. I love it.
What's up with these young chicks not wearing bras these days? Hey, so here's what I got. I think it's hot.
Of course.
But I think what I'm identifying is like if they don't wear bras, then their peers are used to it. No big deal. But they're having to combat an older generations where we're imagining everything. Do you see where I'm going with this? So they're going to have to put up with old guys looking at young, nubile, braless.
I think when you think about it, when you take a step back, it's something that they have now created as a trend that you go along with.
Well, I like it.
I think it's rad. I think it looks good. The difference is, the problem that I have is that I feel awkward and weird because I'm a middle-aged man, and I'm like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this? Like, now I have to look up and away when I'm trying to talk to him. And they combine it with just no enthusiasm about being where they're at. I had the largest trivia show.
What do you mean enthusiasm?
So I had the largest trivia show I've had other than the night before Thanksgiving since I've been at Fiddler's Green this last Wednesday, which is in the month of January, which is rare.
Congratulations.
And odd. And there was a lot of younger, probably mid-20s women, and they are wearing shirts that are their size, but no bra at all, where basically
perfect.
I know what they look like naked. You can just color change, and you know what they look like naked.
Yeah.
And what makes me feel awkward about it is that they're combining that with what I was saying, a lack of an enthusiasm. It is not like the way I remember in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s, where everybody seems like they're smiling, partying the whole time. Alcohol consumption is lower for younger people than it was when I was that age. It's not so much of a socially lubricated fun time experience. I think they kind of purposefully always want to look like they're not smiling and like they're not having fun. Any pictures they take, nobody's ever exerting that they're having fun. So they're combining this not wearing a bra, just hanging out, like basically one thin piece of clothing from being naked.
But do you look comfortable? You know, so I had somebody at my office. So this is like at Fiddler's, at a trivia, maybe that's okay. Maybe socially acceptable. I had somebody in my office in South Africa, and she was a swimmer. So she came in the one morning. I was there already. So we have an open plan office, and she has she was a swimmer, so she came in with very wet hair.
Yeah.
She's got a good physique on her.
So she's soaking wet and not wearing a bra.
She's got wet hair on, and she's got a white top that is completely see-through, and she has a white skirt on that is also completely see-through, but she's got she's got underwear on.
This sounds great.
And I look at her because I greet her. You know, somebody walks into the office, it's very open plan. I greet her, and I'm like shocked.
Standing ovation.
I'm shocked.
You're like, oh,
and
hey, how you doing today?
No, so I think to myself, hang on, she must have rushed out of the gym, and so she's forgotten to put a bra on. And I felt sorry for her. So my immediate reaction was, oh, she must be feeling very uncomfortable. She doesn't know that she doesn't have a bra on.
I'm pretty sure that.
But I'm pretty
sure that people know, like ladies know that they do or don't have a bra.
Yeah, so I don't know.
It's a very conscientious decision.
I didn't know, but no, this was before I kind of spotted.
She knows what she's doing.
I know, this was before I spotted the trend, though.
Dude, I have absolutely no problem with it, as long as we can all coexist in a society where they understand.
Well, that's my point.
That
we're
gonna look.
The point of me bringing it up is, don't get offended when people are looking, because there's the difference in generations where you have the older generation that bras were typical. So like if we're staring, it's like a chick that goes out with cleavage and a t-shirt that says my eyes are up here. You can go fuck yourself, because like you're presenting yourself in a certain way. So like they're gonna, like, younger generation is gonna have to deal with.
I think it should just be smooth.
I want to know.
So let me just finish my point though, Trevor. Is that I actually told her by the afternoon, because I worked out by the afternoon, that this was a conscious decision that she made. Because I initially thought in the morning it was like, hey, I'm in a rush. By the afternoon, I said to her, I was going to mention a name, but I did. Let me not.
I don't think you should do that.
And I said to her, hey, are you aware that you don't have a bra on?
You said this?
Yeah.
Jesus
I had
Christ,
to.
Isn't that
PR.
borderline
Because-
sexual harassment?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
to me, it was.
Was this in America?
She was no.
Oh,
okay.
It was to me.
Who
it was,
knows what's going on over there?
to me, it was actually inappropriate to be walking around the office without a bra on.
See, now I think you're a fucking nerd.
So-
I think it's totally appropriate to do what you want to do as long as
No. There's a dress code. There are There are other members of staff there. If you're in a social environment, you're welcome to do it.
Wait a minute.
If you're in your
I'm pretty
office-
sure that you brought this up before. Haven't you publicly mentioned that your company in South Africa would go to strip clubs to hire chicks to be receptionists because they were good looking?
Yeah.
specifically.
Correct.
So, this is a little bit of a double standard.
Correct.
Here.
No.
double
So,
standard.
no,
is
it's
the
not a double
beginning
standard.
Of it.
It's that they dress. Those chicks used to actually dress really well and look really good. I'm not talking about hiring people that come to work in the morning looking like a slut. You actually hire people there are many. I mean, I'm not one that has
But is
frequented
not
a lot of
wearing a
strip
bra
clubs, as you
slutty?
know.
I don't think so.
Sorry.
Is not wearing a bra.
I don't
slutty?
think so. And I think you're getting.
I guess
in
if you're wearing a
dangerous
white
ground.
shirt,
I
that's
think you're getting in
see-through.
dangerous ground if you're going to codify that your female employees must wear a bra.
Yeah, I would say that I don't care if you
What
wear
about
a bra or not
what
a bra.
about a really fat
But if
man?
you're not wearing a
big-
bra,
Wearing a bra?
if a fat man has technical cleavage, would you require him to wear a bro?
no. But if a woman
See, that's a double
is
standard.
not wearing a bra, then at least don't wear a top that is completely see-through.
You're making a difference between your decision of a fat man wearing one and a woman wearing one because of your potential attraction towards one of them.
No, I'm not. No, it's not.
Then
it's
what's
just,
the difference?
It's just in a professional environment, like in my office environment,
Mhm.
we would have certain dress codes. We do have them actually in my office here as well. We have dress codes. We don't allow jeans Monday to Thursday. That's just the way it is.
Thank heaven.
Right?
Jeans
And
are
on a
fucking
Friday,
terrible.
you
I
can
hate
dress
jeans.
down, but don't come in with jeans
we
with
could have a
patches
whole
on them.
episode on that shit. I
Fuck
think jeans
jeans.
are. I don't think jeans look good on anybody.
No.
The hottest of the fucking hot.
Hey, have you seen Jennifer Aniston wearing jeans?
Dude, I saw
Do
a
not like
picture
jeans.
I saw a picture just yesterday, of Winona Ryder in her fucking prime in 1988 wearing like acid wash jeans in the 80s. She looked hot, but any other pants would have looked better. Like jeans just don't look good on anybody. I
agree
think
with
it's
the,
fucking wild, man.
I actually don't mind jeans. I think you need to be able to pull it off though. What I don't like is jeans that look like, what is those things, like yoga pants? What do you call them?
Oh, like tech? You're talking about like athleisure tech jeans.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the fake, the fake jeans that kind of like fit on your contours. And typically people that actually wear those fake jeans really, this is my own kind of generalization, but they really shouldn't be wearing
Yeah,
those
there we
tight
go.
jeans
Fuck
anyway.
jeans.
Fuck
I didn't
jeans.
wear underwear for 2 decades. Does that count as not wearing a bra?
I had my period in life where I didn't wear underwear. It was really until I, found high-end, Lululemon athletic boxer briefs. Once I found something thin enough that it's comfortable wearing them, I was cool. Before that, I went the same.
It was still a rough transition when I made the decision to wear skivvies one day.
Yeah.
Putting them on just felt so restrictive, man.
Well, do you remember the 90s when we wore like fucking huge boxer shorts?
Yep.
Like huge actual boxer shorts underneath your pants. Fucking wild. Like I can't imagine. I look back and I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? It seems so uncomfortable.
My boxer short game was strong.
I had
I had
really
the
rad
craziest
boxers.
Designs.
Yeah, as if anybody's ever gonna see them.
They're not. But I knew I was wearing them and walked around with a little more gusto.
Fair. But I don't know, man. Jeans to me, no thonks.
No, cargo pants, jeans, cargo shorts, jean shorts. Yuck.
Agreed.
Fucking yikes.
I agree. Shorts. What's your inseam? PR. What do you know for sure? Do you even own shorts?
I do. Yeah, I actually wear them more often than not. On weekends, I'm
I've
only
never
in shorts.
seen you wear a pair of shorts. I don't think.
Yeah, only on weekends. Well, I mean, whenever I'm at home, I'm always in shorts. So I love wearing shorts, but I was going to say something about the jean thing. What are your views on the new trend now, which is to wear these? They call them relaxed clothing, or these like overly baggy things. And particularly, I think younger people can pull it off. I saw a guy yesterday, probably in his mid-60s, I would guess. He's certainly older than me. And I thought he looked hilarious. He had a hoodie on that was about 5 times too big. And then he had these jeans on, right? Super baggy, the ones with that are kind of flared at the bottom. I'm not sure what you call them. I thought that looks ridiculous.
So I grew up in this. So did Trevor, I'm sure.
I started the trend in my area.
Yeah, dude.
Of wearing, I bought one pair of baggy pants from a very expensive man's store. I just thought it was cool. My mom supported crazy style, crazy haircut, crazy clothing, and I saw them and I was like, that'd be cool. And then everybody else, then Genco and all that shit popped out, and I ditched
we're the
them.
same age. So
Yeah.
when I was 15, I was fucking saving my money to go buy Gencos. And back then, so I weighed, until I got to law school, my heaviest I ever was 140. And I was 6 foot tall when I was 12 years old. So I was fucking thin. And I would wear these huge Gencos with like.
But you were baggy in anything you wore at that time, right?
Correct. It was just that was the look.
So that was a look.
Well, that's what's come back.
It looked good on you.
But here's the difference, and I agree with something that you said. That is the cutting edge of fucking fashion and style that's going on right now. That's not for us. That's not for people who are over the age of fucking men over the age of 35. Women can pull it a little bit longer, I think. Once you're in your 40s, whatever the trend is, what you need to be doing, I think, is looking at the trend and coming up with your own version of whatever it is that is,
True.
But seems reasonable. Like it would not look good right now, and it might slowly be coming back, but it would not be looking good right now if me, being 44, rocked the same style I did when I was in 2008, which is fucking low-rise, boot-cut buckle jeans with 16 different fucking fabrics and like an affliction shirt wide open at the chest. Like, that was what was cool when I was in my mid-20s. Would not look cool. It looked like dated, not rad. But that's part of my fucking past. And what I like to do is see what's coming up, and I incorporate this shit into what I think is my style, keeping it modest because I'm a middle-aged man. The kids, though, they're still figuring their shit out. So they see, Billie Eilish wearing fucking triple XL or whoever the cool people are wearing these huge baggy shit. That is cool for those young crowds. And I am never going to be the fucking old man that I remember my dad and other old men being like, you're wearing this fucking baggy shit. So ridiculous. You look so dumb. I'm not going to be that guy because that shit was cool as hell when I was that age. Now that I'm older, I'm not wearing Gencos, okay? But I understand the youth wanting to fucking rock that cool shit. I
don't like the baggy shit.
I mean, you wore it too, though.
I wore one baggy pair of pants ever.
Once.
Then I quickly snapped when True Religion hit. Went over to the gem encrusted back pocket.
Oh yeah,
affliction T-shirt crap. But I am proud. I would like to say I have a little pride in being ahead of the curve and catching the trends quick.
Yeah,
and then bailing as fast as I could, going to the next deal to be,
You can still do that now, dude. And I can tell you,
Who?
I got out in front of fucking Hawaiian shirts, vintage Hawaiian shirts. I was rocking that shit. I remember the first one I got was in 2016. I found it at Al's Attic. I start wearing it, and then I was like, this is fucking tight because I'm getting compliments, and you can see older middle-aged men wearing shitty Hawaiian shirts. You know what I'm saying? So then I started finding nice ones, and they were so easy for the longest time on eBay. They were like fucking $4 for these rad 70s Hawaiian shirts. Then I take them to my tailor for another $12, and I've got a less than $20 awesome vintage Hawaiian shirt. Now, motherfuckers are $80, $90. Like, you can't find them online, the good ones, for anything because it became a trend.
Are you still a Hawaiian shirt guy?
Oh yeah. I still have.
Is that going to be a permanent fixture in your closet?
Probably. Probably.
But you also, I think what you're saying there is that you feel you look good on it, and that's great. I have 2 Hawaiian shirts because we do the hop.
Yeah.
I actually don't like them. I don't feel I look good in them.
No,
and
that's
when
not
I
your
put them
style.
on, when I put them on, I don't feel good about myself,
Yeah.
right? So every hop, I put it on in the morning, right? And I take it off. I don't even go to the mirror. I just don't feel good in it.
Yeah.
Right? So I just take it off. So
Because the cut or because the pattern?
the pattern. That whole I prefer something that's completely plain.
Yeah.
And
He is a north side, what we call north side of Mall Millennia type guy. He's going to the super high end stores where you're buying. He would prefer a $425 plain black T-shirt,
plain,
Right.
yeah, without a label on it. I
Correct.
don't like things with labels on, and I don't like patterns.
which I tend to agree with you. That's part of my style too. I like plain colors, but I have at least the way I picture myself, as because I'm a trivia host and a little bit more outgoing and flair, and the hair and everything is like it's edge, like an ironic edge that I can wear vintage Hawaiian shirts with. It's part of my personality.
Yeah.
It's like something that I
And
create.
I think that you pull it off. So you're comfortable in it, you feel comfortable in it, and you feel, it's giving off the kind of aura that you want. With me, whenever I've worn it, I feel that I'm kind of a duck out of water.
Yeah.
And so I don't wear it. The baggy pants, I also wore the baggy pants, interestingly.
Did you?
When I was in high school, yeah. In the 80s, when I was in high school, baggy pants were also
Early
in.
80s.
Yeah, well, I finished high school in 85.
So yeah, you were in high school in the early 80s.
In
yeah.
the 80s.
There you go.
I finished high school in the mid 80s. So, but I was very comfortable at that time, but I was also not carrying as much,
The
as
late,
many, as
late
many pounds,
1900s.
as many pounds as I am now.
You mean late last century?
So I think that the thing with wearing baggy clothing though is you really have to have the physique to pull it off. And typically the funny thing is with baggy clothing, I think you look best in it when you are
Crazy thin.
very thin.
Yes. So that's I mean, truthfully, here's really where I think it breaks down. Any type of clothing, you look good when you're crazy thin.
Yeah.
Anything you could think of. But then not everybody's crazy thin. It's unrealistic for everybody to be crazy thin. So then what you do is you have to fucking really shop around and figure out your style that complements whatever your body shape is. But yes, it is very easy for Winona Ryder in 1987, who probably weighed 102 pounds, and she's probably 5'6", to wear these jeans that look great bunched up, because when you're rail thin, fucking everything looks good on you. It just does.
Exactly.
So, but that's not realistic, especially as you get older, middle-aged man, and you just incorporate that with your style. You pick and choose what you like, and that's kind of what you stick with.
I generated a new experience for myself the other morning that I would like to share.
Share. Give it to
The
me.
kids are calling it raw dogging, which has many different
Yeah.
meanings. Have you heard of this?
Yeah.
Do you know what raw dogging is?
No idea.
I sat for 45 minutes.
So the example that really took over the internet as a meme is to raw dog an airplane flight, which is nothing new. It's a joke from a Seinfeld episode back in the mid 90s where Putty sits and doesn't read anything, doesn't listen to anything. He just stares at the back of the seat in front of him. And Elaine's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm on the flight." And she goes, "You're not going to read or listen?" No. And he just sits and stares. That's called raw dogging, where you in today's age, where what do we all do? The minute you're sitting here waiting for somebody,
Grab
you pick
your
up
cell
your
phone.
phone.
So I had blood work scheduled, which, by the way, waiting for my testosterone results, which takes longer than regular blood work. Did you know this? I kind of fucked up. I have a doctor's appointment on Monday. The doctor gives me the blood work paperwork, and then I intentionally wait the week before my next appointment so that it's fresh.
Who's doing the blood?
Quest.
So make motherfucking sure. Take a word from me right now. You call Quest 2 weeks after to see if you have an outstanding bill. Because I went to Quest, my insurance paid, I paid while I was sitting at Quest.
Okay.
And then I got a fucking collection notice for $19.08 for some shit that I complained to the Better Business Bureau. I sent them a draft complaint telling them I'm going to fucking sue them if they don't take it off my credit. I sent it to Experian where I'm like, I paid that day. I gave them fucking notice. They gave me no notice of this and just sent it to collections.
I've had it happen before. Not with Quest, but with another
anyway,
deal.
Sorry to digress.
So because of the routine that I'm on, had to schedule the next morning. So the earliest appointment that I get was 6:40, but I get up at 3:30. And I had all my stuff done. I got an hour of work done, and then I was like, I don't have shit to do, and I didn't want to watch anything on TV, so I just sat in my chair. And I think the idea for me, I haven't really looked into the internet trend or whatever you want to call it, but I was like, shit, I haven't just had time in a while to not do anything, so I didn't meditate. There wasn't a purpose for the 45 minutes. I just fucking sat in my computer chair and stared at the wall. And it was nice. I thought, I would go on a pretty.
Did you think about anything?
Yeah, nothing worth reporting, but
Yeah.
I would get on a tangent or go down a rabbit hole and start processing and figuring things out, probably more than I'm capable of while I'm overwhelmed with regular daily things. And then as the tangent would progress, I'd be like, this is fucking cool, because I'm running my computer. And then when I thought it was cool, I'd lose the thought and kind of get pissed off and I'd have to start over. But it was fun to
There's actually
to sit there.
There's an investment manager that I listen to on a podcast every now and then, and he says the value of idle time is actually way underrated, and that he feels that he gets his best ideas when he's actually not meditating, very often when he's out walking the dog, and he's just not thinking about anything. He's consciously not thinking about anything, or he didn't use the idea.
Still thinking,
yeah,
though.
but that's when he says he allows himself the space. He's not reading. He's not on the phone. He's not listening to music. He's actually just and consciously not meditating about something. And so he also has this time when he sits. He didn't call it raw dogging, though. He just sits there and consciously doesn't want to think about anything. And he says as a result of that, and he's thought about some crazy stuff around, gravity, and he comes up with some incredible investment ideas, but he gets the best ideas when he's consciously not wanting to have an idea. Which is maybe, it may be something that you probably should try and continue to do.
So what I want to do, that I read after I did this naturally, then looked into it, trying to connect the dots, bumped into a process, and I can't remember if it was Einstein or Edison, but they had a chair in their office and would hold those Chinese balls,
harmony balls,
and something with like a steel pan underneath. And they would close their eyes as they as if they were going to take a nap with the balls. And at the point that they would nod off, a ball would fall out of their hand into the steel pan, wake them up, and they would write down genius thoughts. So great. They're on the cusp of going into dream state. But and I also hear who's the guy out in who has the giant art Salvador Dali, that some of the painting ideas came from this state. So
yeah, this guy also said that he used those names, and he mentioned a number of other philosophers that I guess back in the in the 16th and 15th century, you had more of an opportunity
to not do anything.
That's what I was.
The lights were out at 5 o'clock.
My whole thing is that without these fucking phones, so what this technology and these phones have done is make everybody really good at building on pre-existing technology, because we're constantly faced with it. But when you're sitting in a fucking house where you don't have electricity, and or electricity exists, but it's 2 light bulbs in your house, and when you turn it off, it is fucking dark and quiet, and you're bored. As soon as nighttime, there's real risk outside and shit, right?
Sure.
So what do you have to do? You sit there, play chess or whatever, where your brain is just quiet and you think of all kinds of shit.
Well, we were
Mine's
talking.
the shower. When I'm in the shower and there's...
Hey, I've heard a biohack to take showers in complete dark and some magical brain stuff.
I love turning off lights, and I do like having a window in my bathroom for showers. Especially, though, if it's raining and it's dark and gray, taking a shower kind of in the darkness like that, it's fucking great.
You pop the window? Or
if the weather's nice, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So I've also heard about, well, let me tell you about my shower, though. I love a house that's very well lit. Whenever I've moved into a house, I've always gone in and put extra lights in the bathroom, extra lights outside. I don't like dark spaces at all. I can't remember my thought around
Scared of the dark?
No, yes, I am.
you want to see?
Are you
I
really?
did
You want
tell
to see
you
your
that, right?
complexion, even how it's evenly?
No,
lit?
I think that places. So I'm very aware of hygiene levels about everything, and so I find myself when I'm in the shower, I'm kind of using. I'm looking around, I'm looking at the floor, making sure there's no pieces of hair that I need to clean up and that kind of thing. So I think the lighting for me is super important.
I'm the opposite. I like the dark. I like it. I like everything darker. I don't like bright light. I enjoy a house that's very softly lit, almost fucking dark at all times.
Samesies, and overhead lighting drives me fucking bonkers.
Dude, first thing I did in my office,
I turn on overhead lighting
when
when I'm cooking. I light up the kitchen very well when I'm cooking so I can see what I'm doing. For some reason, it makes me I'm active. If it's dinner time, it's time to eat.
Turn them all off.
Overhead goes down, and everything should be lamps on tables,
Fucking
very
right,
dimly lit.
It's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
I turn on the lights when I'm cooking to watch this shit. Immediately when we're done, the lights go off, and it's just the halogen lighting, the non-LED lighting.
The romantic lighting.
I just call it like
the mood lighting.
Sure.
The brown chicken, brown cow lighting.
Yeah, no, I like it being properly well lit. So no mood setting in my home.
I use Philips Hue smart bulbs.
I
They're
keep looking
fucking
for
great.
I keep looking for a smart bulb that does the right kind of this yellow lighting, like your Edison bulb lighting. Like that's what I'm looking for.
We can accomplish that pretty quick.
Yeah, with Hue.
Yeah,
it does, because I've gotten the smart bulbs and they're not working.
Hue is badass, man.
Lynn has been working the back house. She painted. It's her gym now. We got her a squat rack, a full squat rack. What?
It's not the masturbation station anymore.
The back house?
I thought that was the place.
I've never fucking jerked off in the back house.
I thought that was your
the fuck?
Your retreat.
No, I've never.
Your retreat of solitude.
Dude, I'm a fucking full grown man. I can do it in the living room if I want to. This is my house. I'm fucking do it in the kitchen. I don't give a shit. I don't need a fucking hide. Dude, if I worked my whole life, I think that, that's a good point. What a pathetic state of existence for you to be a 44-year-old man who has made your own living. You don't have any kids running around, and you got to fucking go hide to jerk off. Like, that's fucking sad to me. But the answer is no. I don't have to go to the back house.
For some reason, I thought you had a story about some setup in the back house that was your.
I don't
contraption
recall that.
All right. Must be making shit up.
The back house is the bedroom is large, and it is Linda's gym and has been for a while. She has her Peloton back there. We got a squat rack with a full, like an actual barbell. That's what I got her as one of her birthday presents. Birthday just passed.
Clean jerks.
Yeah, it's a 33 kilogram, I guess 15 pound. And, a bunch of free weights and shit. But she just recently painted it this like burgundy, like dark wine red. Did the roof and the walls. And it is, with the lighting that we picked out, it is excellent. It looks fucking great. Like a totally comfortable room and a totally comfortable space for her to work out in. I mean, I'm canceling her LA Fitness membership. I don't need to pay for that shit if she's going to have a full gym back there.
Are you still going to LA?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's great.
La Fitness?
La
Are you
Fitness.
still on the wait list for
I am. They're gonna have to really blow my fucking skirt up. I was talking to somebody about this. I was talking to my Danny, about this just yesterday. Who is looking. He's also looking for like the perfect clean gym to go to. And I'm like, to be honest with you, LA Fitness keeps it so fucking clean, and it's like lightly attended even during the worst month of gym. Like going to the gym in January, if you're a regular gym person, is terrible because of all the people who go, during January that don't go the rest of the year. The difference between Lifestyle or is Lifetime? It's either Lifetime or Lifestyle. The new place that's about to open that's like an Equinox type deal.
Yep.
It will have to be so much fucking nicer than LA Fitness for me to change over, because LA Fitness accomplishes everything. I have never been there where there are not 3 or 4 people that are on staff just cleaning, working their ass off.
I would switch over in a heartbeat, but the time I
agree.
I go in.
I know.
Yeah, they only open at
4:30,
5:30, or maybe 5.
Yeah, I was open at 5.
And then on the weekends though, it's 8, which fucking does suck.
That's
for Sundays.
ridiculous.
Yeah, weekends is 8. So yeah, but the Equinox though, the benefit of the Equinox is that their equipment is brand new. They have the latest. So I think you're gonna like whatever this LA, the other new fitness time is, you call it, if it's new equipment, because you're right, LA Fitness is super clean and very hygienic, and and they do have lots of people keeping the place clean. The problem though I find is that the equipment is dated.
So none of these two LA Fitnesses. I can tell you these two. So yes, I can tell you the treadmills are not brand new. The equipment, though?
The equipment, yeah.
So
fine.
the equipment at LA Fitness is a 50-50. They always have 2 of each machine, which I appreciate because I only use machines, having left the YMCA because of their decision to get rid of most of their machines. And one of each machine is like the previous generation, and then one of them's brand fucking spanking new. And you can tell that they're brand new because like they got little chargers and they're fucking USB-Cs, which means they can't be more than a couple years old because nobody was using USB-C to charge phones. It just has accomplished all of my needs. Now, one of the big reasons I was leaving YMCA is that the gyms seem to be very focused on, and I guess this is how they get their clientele, on the dude bro fucking slamming weights down mentality, which I can't stand. I don't use free weights. I don't go in there and fucking get jacked and jump around. I use machines, and I want to get in and get out. I want to be flexible and mobile. I don't need to be jacked. I just want to be in good shape. And dude, LA Fitness has so many goddamn machines. I have not had to wait once since I joined.
True. What time do you go though?
So I go at lunchtime most days. Lunchtime to the Winter Park location, and on the weekends I go to the Colonial location because it's closer to my house.
Yeah, I must say that this year, I'm not sure. I think Trevor felt differently though. But this year I found that the January crowd hasn't arrived. I found it very odd at my gym.
Be.
Eh?
Could be.
At my gym, they're not there at all. I've been saying to some of the men, because normally we laugh at the kind of the crowd that kind of comes just before Christmas around. It's like there's nobody there. It's like the entire gym is empty. It's like the real hardcore regulars, right?
Yeah.
So there's kind of a nod and a wink like, hey, listen, we got the gym, like we own it, right? But in January, normally we can't even find a piece of equipment. It's all taken by people that don't know how to use a gym. They don't know how to be on the treadmill.
It's their New Year's resolution.
Yeah, New Year's resolution. But this year I found, and we're already, 10 days into the new year or whatever it is.
11.
I found that it's like, where are these people? So we kind of looking at each other and saying, hang on, we've been disappointed.
That's nice.
Why are people...
Yeah.
No, well, it's nice, but I wonder why have people decided not to take that as a New Year's resolution to go and work out?
Maybe it's a sign of the economy.
Maybe it's Ozempic.
Yeah.
Maybe all the people
noticed
who want to lose weight just take Ozempic instead.
This year specifically, out of all the years, there was an odd influx 2-3 weeks before the new year at my gym. where, and it sucks, man. It in my mind, I'm like, good, people are coming in and being healthy, good for them. Simultaneously, they're fucking up the normal rotation.
Yeah.
The guy, like the normals know what machines everybody's going to be on, and we figure it out, and then you get, half a dozen weirdos just messing it up, and really, honestly, it's not that they're messing it up; it's that it takes time out of my day to figure out how to rework my routine. Then, after the new year, it was fucking dead, and I was elated.
Yeah.
And a week after,
Okay.
it got slammed, but really only for like a week. This last week, it Monday, Tuesday was gnarly, and you could tell there was husband and wife couples coming in that was their, and they've already disappeared.
Yeah. I was gonna say anytime to me would be more of the type of place that you go if you are not trying to casually lose weight and kind of be in better shape.
The people
anytime to me seems like you're serious.
The people that have showed, so other than a handful of couples, the new people that have showed up seem to already be fit.
Yeah.
Not overly musclehead fit, just odd. They're not out of shape. They've come from somewhere else. Maybe the influx at another gym caused them to find something smaller, but I mean, at least they kind of know what they're doing.
Fair.
What's impressive though that I've noticed over the last year is that
blonde
so
spot
many
you were talking
people, aside from that, so many people that I know, even outside the gym, I'd say predominantly, are aware of the importance of being fit. I just find it to be almost like a trend at the moment. Everybody is talking about, calorie counting. Chipotle already are doing like a protein bowl. You go into the Publix and you see areas now that are, that protein, and I find that to be a really very encouraging. And actually, if you're trying to eat healthy now, it's so much easier. A lot of people that I find are talking about, my neighbor, for example. I noticed that she was looking better and better in a nice way. I mean, she's much older than me, so I'd put her to be. I'd say that she's probably in her mid-70s.
I mean, that's
right?
not much older than you.
Well,
that's older than
let's
you.
say almost 20 years older than me, but
almost.
So
not quite.
So she and I have a conversation normally when we come out to throw the trash.
She's
so
age appropriate.
So she comes out with the trash, and I come out with the trash. It used to be a Tuesday, now it's a Monday, and I'd notice her, and she she would look like what I would consider to be a typical 70-odd-year-old woman,
mm-hmm.
and I noticed over the year that she'd been slimming down quite significantly. My wife mentioned to me yesterday, actually, she said to me, "Have you noticed our neighbor? She's completely transformed." And I thought, yeah, I noticed that. Her husband has always been very slim and trim, so he's always looked like he has a good physique.
Fucking mid-70s, super thin guy and a fat woman just going.
Well, she looked like she didn't take care of herself, so she wasn't. I wouldn't say she was obese in any way. But she was not she would wear those super baggy clothing because that's all she could wear. I would imagine.
Rode hard and put away wet.
Let me tell you,
like stuffing a potato into an old
has certainly taken care of herself. And I'm thinking of the next time I take the trash out, which is probably going to be tonight, because Orange County now, I believe it's now Mondays, right? They switched it up, and I made a mistake 2 or 3 weeks ago as I was away, came back, and I didn't see the notice. So, but anyways, I'm wanting to say to her tonight or tomorrow when I take the trash out, to say, I think you're looking good. Should I? Would it be inappropriate for me to say that? Would it?
Inappropriate.
She's looking good though. I mean, when you take care of yourself, don't you want people to actually notice?
I think PR get away with it.
I think you should
in a
just
nice
keep it
kind
to
of way.
local trash talk.
You
like,
think I should stick with the
just
trash
stick
talk?
with, hey, I see you're recycling now.
Hey, thanks for saving the environment.
Yeah, it's nice to see you taking out your trash on time and picking it up on time. Just keep it.
I don't
keep
know.
it trash.
I disagree with Trevor.
Okay, here we go. Here we go.
I
Or
say-
you
I say
say
you
you look great. You're looking good is kind of like, it's kind of
It-
creepy.
it's all in your
so I
delivery.
could say you're looking great.
It's all in your
You're
delivery.
looking great.
If you walk up and you go, "Hey, you know what? You're looking great."
You're looking
And
great.
if you go, "Yeah, man, you're looking great."
You're looking good.
No, so tell me exactly how I should say. I don't want to mess it up. I don't want
go-
I don't
if
want a
you
husband to
overthink
come and knock
this,
at
you're
my
gonna-
door.
You're
You-
totally gonna fuck it
You
up.
could also throw your wife in there. You could also be like, "Yegs and I were discussing it the other day, and I got to tell you, whatever. Yeah, clearly you're working on something, and you look great."
then she'll think they're swingers or something, man.
I think she already knows they're swingers.
Yeah.
So I know there's secret stories back there. And I'm
Okay,
sure
so
the
I'm going to
neighbors-
try it out, and I'll report back next week.
Yeah, there you go.
As to whether she was insulted.
Oh my.
Maced you, pepper spray,
Or whether her husband came and knocked at my door and
the super
had a
short,
word with
skinny
me.
old man, give you a fucking karate chop on the clavicle.
Yeah, he's a cool guy though.
All
Never
right.
greets though. My neighbor, his wife is a greeter. She greets me even when I'm kind of not even like looking. Sometimes I'm coming out the garage, I'm doing some stuff, and she's like, "Hi," and she's like almost, and I'm like, "Hi." And there's sometimes when you don't really want to be greeted and
Yeah.
you're busy doing stuff, right? Her husband though, I'll be standing there on the other side of the road taking the mail out, right? For like 5 minutes looking through all my stuff. He comes out. He's standing there doing stuff. I greet him. There's no cars. There's nothing on the road. He doesn't even say hello.
That sounds typical
Normal.
man, woman. Like,
Is
I
it?
don't. Yeah.
The
I don't
most my neighbors ever get is the fucking head nod.
The nod.
The
Yeah, I mean,
absolute most.
I just think to myself, so I've decided now I'm not going to greet him. And every now and then he greets me.
God.
And I'm like, I don't say anything. I kind of just, whatever. I think I'm being rude, but because I am. But like, I don't know whether you want to be greeted or not, because whenever I try to experiment with the greeting, he's always ignored me. So I'm like,
You
okay.
just fucking do you. Who cares
Yeah,
what he
I
does?
think the important thing here is that you make your rule for yourself.
Yes.
Do what you're going to do, not based on anybody else's reception, and stick to your rule.
Absolutely. And then he will respect you because you're a greeter, and you'll respect him because he's not a greeter.
Like his wife. She's
And there
always
you
like,
go.
"Hi,
Exactly.
how you doing?"
But if you change all of a sudden, then you look.
She's doing that regardless of your reaction to it because that's her jam.
Yeah, when they both walk the dogs as well, which they do. I mean, they've got 3 lovely dogs, and they always walking the dogs, right? They're well into the retirement, and she would greet like, "Hi."
Sounds
And
like
he
prime
would always
swinger
have his head
territory.
down and like almost
like they're
like
trying to
not want to be
key swap with you.
What?
Sounds like they're trying to key swap with you.
No, none of that. But anyways, enough with my neighbors.
Let's do some mother licking Funkler nuggets.
Woo, baby.
I can't really remember when, but definitely haven't reported. I had a mandate with my man PR.
Ooh.
We went to New General. So in this day and age, I'm really only hitting coffee shops.
Yeah.
And that's kind of my deal. New General. I think the last one I reported was Barney's
Mhm.
Drip Coffee.
Barney's
was-
on Park.
Yeah. Which was pretty fucking decent.
Yeah.
New General. The drip. Just
Yeah.
the black coffee.
They still do. I think they still do pour over. That's what you need to get when you go
Okay.
to New General.
So do that instead of drip.
So it takes a minute, but I mean, if you're going there to hang out and talk anyway, it kills a good 7-8 minutes while they're making your pour over. But
Is that how I professionally order? I
Yeah.
say, hey, I want pour over.
pour over, and they'll ask you if you want. They'll have a single origin or the 431, both from Lineage. I always go single
Oh.
origin.
And I haven't had Lineage, but you and Ed say that Lineage is the.
Now, the problem with New General is that they rotate in young people who work there. Some of them know what they're doing. Some of them don't. And a pour over is like an art. Like, you need to know how to do it. And you'll sometimes, but either way, even one that's subpar with the making of it is going to be better than drip. So I highly recommend if you go to New General, because they use lineage beans, you get a pour over. And I go single origin every time.
A lot of coffee shop employees are confusing to me.
Why?
They wear signs on their aprons that say he, him, she,
Oh.
they.
Well, yeah,
And
coffee
then-
shop's going to be prime breeding ground.
Why?
Because it's a job that you could get while you're going through school. The owners of coffee shops are typically going to be people who are more open-minded and
While you're
liberal.
transitioning through school?
Well, no, it's just if you make the choice to open a coffee shop, typically speaking, that's a choice like opening a bookstore or opening, like, that's a labor of love. You're not looking to get rich. You're
Right.
looking to do something that you enjoy, which comes from somebody who is typically going to be the type of boss more likely to hire somebody who would wear a he, him, they
Well, I yet again
name badge.
failed because of where I come from. It was insisted that I say yes sir, yes ma'am, and the way that I was raised is backfiring. I guess. I hope I'm not offending anybody.
Would you not say so? If you saw me wearing an apron, which I wouldn't do, and I don't like the pronouns, I'm not a supporter of it at all. So I'm happy to say that, put it out there. But if you saw a he, him on an apron, would you feel uncomfortable saying thank you, ma'am, or sir?
So
Sorry, sir?
the deal is, for some reason, I don't pay attention to the apron until after I've said thank you, sir.
But would it be
And
inappropriate?
then when I say thank you, sir, for some reason I notice the pin that they're politely suggesting is how they want to be referred to or whatever.
I think it's the same. I think bringing it back full circle, it's the same as wearing a shirt with no bra. I think we live in a society where if you're going to have to understand that if you're not one of the conformity
they're
going
going to have to understand that I'm going to say
that's
yes
my
or
point.
yes, ma'am.
If you are the person not wearing the bra, or you're the person who, like, I disagree with both of you guys. I totally think if somebody wants to, it really does not affect me if they want to change their fucking pronouns. If somebody wants to cut off their dick, if somebody wants to fucking change whatever they want to do, I fucking support it. Whatever brings you any happiness in this misery of an existence, I'm in.
I'm with however they want to do it, but I don't want to be held liable for making a
That's
trip
where
up.
I draw the line. You can wear the name badge and say, I want you to call me they because I'm non-binary. I support you making that choice. You are also going to have to understand, like the woman not wearing the bra, that the reality of our existence is that people are going to make that mistake, and you need to be able to go along with
Agreed.
it.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
that's where I'm at.
When if you want to do the he him thing and I don't like it, I don't have to start liking it. I can just know that when you do those things, which are cutting edge, which are very new and modern, and all of those things, you're going to be judged by me because you're if you're going to put it out there. So if you have a LinkedIn profile, for example, and you say you he him, I have certain issues with it.
He, him is just straight up dude, right?
That's just, I'm a man, and I'm a man.
But I'm saying that there's no need for you to say it. Why are you putting it out there? That's my process.
So when they put that out there, they understand that certain segments of the population are going to judge them, and they're still deciding to put that out there. You making your own judgment on somebody's personality is fair. What I'm talking about is they have it on their name badge. You walk up to order a coffee. If you are going to fucking take offense to that, if you're taking offense to that, and you treat them with disrespect because they just put that on there, that's fucked up.
I'm not taking offense. I'm just going to say, if I don't use the word sir or ma'am, but there are others that I work with that do use it all the time, right? I don't have an issue. I'd say, hey, thank you very much. That's what I'd say, right?
Beautiful.
But you would say, if Trevor said, thank you, sir, or whatever, that's cool as well. So
I think so too. And
but
if he says that without noticing, he's not making some sort of
you're not making
social
you're not
commentary.
being derogatory.
Yeah,
you're just saying
it's just who you are.
Thank you, sir.
I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever given me shit. I just think it's funny that maybe I subconsciously so I'll say thank you, sir, or thank you, ma'am, and then the button becomes apparent. And then in my mind I'm like, I did it again.
Yeah.
So would you? So I'm trying to get to my understanding is do you feel that when he has a badge or a thing saying he him that he does not want to be called sir?
I don't know.
He's doing it for your fucking benefit.
Here's what
by the way.
Here's what I take issue with, and it's like in a previous episode talking about a guy that wears a t-shirt that labels himself. I do not like labels. It's very so the reason I don't like labels is because everybody can and does change momentarily, and to identify yourself with such a unique to identify to define yourself in such concrete terms, I think it's just a mistake across the board, no matter how whatever that definition is. So to wear a pin that says what you're, I discount that person. Same thing as a t-shirt that I said I wasn't going to bring it up, but new guy at the gym does not look jacked, does not look cool, and he wears a fucking t-shirt that says lift o'clock.
Yeah,
that's fucking ridiculous. It's a definition. It's defining himself.
Nerd, man. That's beyond.
That's what I say for the pins, though, and for anything. What was the T-shirt that I talked about on a previous episode?
Those people are doing it for your fucking benefit. The difference is they're trying to make those around them feel more comfortable with some decision they've made about their own sexuality.
I'm lumping into this. For me, I'm lumping into the same category as lift o'clock or the.
I disagree.
Or the T-shirt that what was it? Black and Proud or something like that at the gym.
That's different too.
I think it's all the same.
Both
for
of
me,
these
it's
things
all
are
the same.
different than wearing. So if you are a trans person that you actually have a genuine concern that you or the other, it's going to make the other people you work with comfortable, because there could be somebody that at first glance you don't know what the fuck they're going after, like what they are.
But I think
you put it on there so that you feel comfortable, where you don't have to go, shit, what the fuck do I call this person? I don't want to offend them. So, then you see what they want to be fucking called.
Yeah, okay. I think society is making a bigger deal of that, and that's why they went to pronouns. My wife asked me the other day, and my boys, it was over Christmas, so we were together, we were traveling, and we were all together in the hotel room, and she happened to ask us. So, she's thinking of including on her LinkedIn profile she, her. And we were like, fuck, no, absolutely no.
How old?
Like the three of us.
How old is she?
My wife in her 50s.
So your wife was considering putting
My wife
her.
asked us the question. She said, should she add, because she's quite active on LinkedIn. And she said, hey, should I put in the pronouns? And we, like the three of us, were like, absolutely not. We didn't use
it depends on who her market is.
But I would, and I gave her my reasons. I gave her my reasons why. And I said to her, and my boys agreed with me, and they almost disagree on everything I say, because that's the dad thing to do, and to disagree with your dad. But they both agreed with me. I view the pronoun thing, and I'm being very open with you guys. I view the pronouns negatively.
I can tell. Everybody listening can tell.
I don't see.
So you don't think anybody should be saying what their pronouns are.
I don't feel you need to qualify to me in any social media who you are. If you say you're Trevor Brown, that's good enough for me. If you say you are Nick Siddle, that's good enough for me. You do not have to then qualify thereafter.
But if your wife was the marketing manager for Alo, the clothing brand company, I would highly recommend you put she, her. If you are the marketing company for, I don't know, an international boba tea, because they market to people under the age of 30, and people under the age of 30 take this shit seriously. They don't view it the way you view it. They don't look at it the way that I was growing
up. Well, my kids are under 30, and they thought that my wife was going to be crazy if she put. What
I'm saying is that young people, by and large, are more open and honest and understand that people's sexualities on a spectrum.
We should ask our listeners to put in some sort of comment, because I'd be very interested. My hypothesis is that we are making too much of an issue. We're making that mainstream. And I think it's more an aberration than mainstream. And I'd love our listeners to...
I think that when you have a fucking LinkedIn profile, us as a culture should not be determining what you can and can't fucking write on it. I think if you want to write he, him,
totally.
You fucking write
whatever you want to.
That's a choice you're making based on the perception you're trying to have of yourself.
Completely. People have titles on there, right? So like you have... Nick Siddle, Trivia Master, whatever on your LinkedIn profile. Great. Do whatever you want to. That's fine. I'm just saying that this idea of making something mainstream is, Trevor would say, master barber, whatever. Say whatever you want to about yourself.
Just not how you
no,
relate
say-
yourself by gender.
No, but
anything
then-
else.
No, we're making something. I'm just saying that there's something that we're doing, which is making it mainstream.
I go out of my way to not put that shit on any of my profiles. Actually, my Instagram, the only thing that I use repeatedly.
But you don't have because our culture is heteronormative. Like everybody is going to assume that you're straight unless you write something
I'm not even
else.
talking about the straight thing. I'm talking about even like master barber. I
Oh, I
stay
see what
away
you're
from
saying.
that. And what I have religiously everywhere is mental floss tycoon.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
yeah, I write
because of how I classify everything that we're talking about, whether it's pronouns or lift o'clock, I see it as all the same category, and I want to undefine that I could be this definition in one moment and completely pull a
And
180.
that's a way to go about it, and that's who you are. Some people aren't like that. Some people have spent their whole life fucking struggling with whether or not they feel as though they're a fucking boy or a girl. And now they've decided, and they're like, I am a fucking he. And
Well,
this is what I am.
I completely support no bras.
I agreed.
I completely
let's go
support
down that. Yeah, let's keep
no
doing
bras outside the workplace. In a workplace, absolutely not. You dress appropriately.
that. I feel like we're old school, and we're not the.
Of course.
Oh,
well, that's
have
what
I
this-
entered into the twilight era of my life?
This is what this podcast is supposed to be, I think. We're supposed to be talking about people our age dealing with shit like people writing he, him, and us coming from the 80s and 90s and being beyond that new cutting edge shit where they're talking about weird ideas that we have nothing to know about. We're trying to help people navigate who are our age. And I think this is the type of constructive conversation.
No, I love it. I know that I'm on the back half of life, generally speaking, and it's
you're on the
little,
back half of
little tidbits.
culturally relevant.
Yeah.
So you're not on the back half of life. You're the back half of life starts when you're like a little older than PR. Right now we're on the back half of our culturally relevant life. Like we're still in the shit. We're still partying. We're still we can still be cool. There's still a lot of men that are our age that are fucking cool.
Nick, I gave up partying and I go to bed at 7:00.
I mean, I guess you may be gone. I am not, dude. I'm fucking partying.
I get
But
up
I-
at
but
I
I
got all
listen-
kinds of nuggets,
I
bro.
listen to that point, Nick, but I do think that we need to hold our line on things that the way we express our views with other people. Just say it as you want to say it. I go back to wanting. I'm an admirer, and you guys know this, of James Bond. I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it. If you find it offensive, then just tell me you find
That's
it
an
offensive.
old man perspective.
And I will
Absolutely.
correct.
That's an old man perspective. You're saying hold the line. What you're advocating is embracing an old man boomer
No,
perspective.
I think the reason why we are challenged and we don't know what the right thing to say in any situation is because people have become overly sensitive.
No,
So-
it's because Trevor and I are still existing in a culture where we can be cool. Once you give up and say, I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want to say to whoever I want to say it, that is an old man,
I
get
would-
off my fucking lawn
I'm saying
mentality.
the contrary is that I'm not giving up. I am absolutely not giving up. I think when you're trying to always conform with the trends as you go along, you are giving up.
You're not conforming to trends, what I'm talking about. What you're doing is understanding the landscape of our culture and living inside of its bounds. You can't just be like, I disagree with how all these young people are doing
I'm
it,
not
so I'm going to
disagreeing.
stand over here and fucking do
Yeah.
whatever I want.
Completely right. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying this is the way I feel most comfortable in a situation.
I'm not
going to change
disagreeing.
it.
I'm just disagreeing.
Yeah, that's what he keeps saying. I just am letting him say that.
No, I'm not
over.
disagreeing
I'm not
with the-
disagreeing. I'm completely in the culture by saying that I'm not going to do anything they tell me to do.
No, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not disagreeing with the person. So if you want to have a pronoun, cool. I want to be able to say I don't like the idea and I will judge you badly. But I'm saying that's cool. That's cool with you. You go ahead and have your pronouns.
I just want to make sure I don't catch shit. If I do my yes sir, yes ma'am,
Because you
like I
still
was
care.
raised, and if I get shit, I'll probably say you can go fuck yourself. But I've never caught shit.
And I won't say go fuck yourself either, right? If you say to me, I'm offended by you calling me sir, I'm like, okay, cool.
Well,
but then I'm not going to have a conversation with you going forward. I'm just going
we're
to.
getting the wrap up.
I'll move on to another.
All right,
thing.
so I also went. I do want to reinforce that I went back to Saku again.
Ah, nice.
I did New Year's Day, killing time with the missus, and we did a couples massage. Obviously, I reserved Apple.
Yes.
That was part of the deal. I get Apple, you get the riffraff. No, I'm kidding. But Amanda set it up, and holy shit, dude. She beats the shit out of me in the best of ways.
Apple's the best, dude.
This time, so what we walk in, it was really great. The lady that runs the front, she's like the fast food lady and Dude, Where's My Car?
Yep.
And just very blunt and loud and abrasive, but I love it. She goes, I remember you.
Yeah.
And who are you? I felt special even though I was with my special lady. And we were taken back, double room. Have you ever done the double room thing? Yeah. And man, I was actually really afraid because I'm dealing with some tendonitis. Left side, non-dominant side's getting a little strained lately. Mm-hmm. Apple fucking whips me around, like knees, arms, and shit around. And I'm like, oh, fuck, this is going to pop something or flare something. And I felt relief.
I mean, she's the person in the front.
She's hilarious.
I call. It's on my cell phone number. I call. I'm like, hey, is Apple available today? She's like, yeah, you can come in at 4. I go, okay, do you need my number? She goes, I know who you are. Click. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, she's hilarious, man.
Oh, it's great. That place, man, is a gem. I'm telling you, it matches that niche where obviously going to the Ritz and having a day of fucking pampering is the way to go for a massage. But if you are in town, you got some aches and pains, you need a fucking massage, this place is perfect. Yep. Saku is perfect for that. So, Rad, you good?
Yep.
Do it.
Yep. Hey, thank you for listening. I appreciate DJ, the Young and the Restless, and the Prince of Misery joining. As always, you guys are awesome, especially when you fight.
Yeah.
And when the Prince of Misery makes
Is my pumpernickel, is that a pronoun now?
Yeah.
Is that? Okay.
No, it's non-binary. It's neither here nor there.
It's trinary. That's what you are.
It's not. It's non-definitive, man.
Love you guys.
Hey, special thanks to as always the Wizard of Ed and super producer and the Intuitive Muse. Holy moly, you guys are amazing. Please hit like and subscribe. Leave comments, questions, and requests. Connect with us on social media for adventures throughout the week.
See you in the promised land.
Bye now.